this isn't a positive situation. I'm sorry. This should be the final straw. Changes need to be made. It's going to have to be the coaching staff because there's not some trade that's magically going to make you better. And just because Bradley Beal is going to come back from an ankle injury in the next week or two isn't going to magically make everything better. It's time to shake things up. And I think it's got to start on the bench, whether it's Kevin Young or it's Frank Vogel or both. It's time to make a change. This team has far too much talent. They're far too good for it to be this bad. And without Chimezie Metu and Grayson Allen tonight, this is a complete ass whooping. And it can't continue like this. Something needs to change.
I just watched the team just absolutely get dismantled by one dude. And for this whole 28, now 29 game stretch, all we've been hearing and making excuses about are, oh, just wait till the big three all get on this. Well, they can't find the chemistry. Well, they got a bunch of new guys. Well, Luka has half his damn team is new too, and he just absolutely dismantled you by himself. Like, our stars didn't step up. Their star did. They have Kyrie sitting on the bench. We have Bradley Beal, but we have two of our stars, and they didn't step up at all. They didn't meet the challenge. We talked about that in pregame, and they just disappeared. And the coaching staff they have plenty of blame for sure. I'm choosing to go in the other direction for the people that actually have an impact on the court, and the two main guys, and Kevin Durant and Devin Booker, that just absolutely shit the bed tonight. They got outplayed by a mile by Luka Doncic. It wasn't even close. And if it weren't, like you said, if it weren't for Grayson Allen and Metu, and mostly Grayson Allen in that third period, this game would have been ugly. It would have been bad. It would have been terrible.
Yeah, I don't know how to follow that up. That's all facts. It's like Jekyll and Hyde, this basketball team. You know, when the stars play, the bench don't show up. When the bench shows up, the stars don't play. And it's like, I don't know. There's no wiggle room here. There's no margin for error. You can't have one or the other. We have not seen this team put it all together, starters and bench. And yeah, tonight Luka came in and played like the best player in the world. And two guys look non-existent. Like I didn't even recognize KD and Book out there today. Like it was almost like they weren't on the court. And so, yeah, Espo, you're right. Something needs to be discussed on the bench because in every level of basketball that I've been involved in my entire life, the teams are usually a reflection of their leaders and their coaches. And I looked at the Mavericks tonight. They look like Jason Kidd. I looked at the Suns tonight. Who the fuck do they look like? I don't know. I've never seen Frank Vogel play basketball. But it looks like they're a reflection of their coach. And so something needs to get done there. And KD and Book got to own this shit. This man came to their house and took their lunch money, their dinner, their dog, and the car. It is what it is. I'm pissed off I didn't put the plus at 3,500 on fucking Luka to get 75 PSR or PAR tonight because it's insane. It's bad basketball, and there's no margin for error. So something got to get done.
Yeah, and I think the unfortunate part of this game too was that, Grayson Allen and Chimezie Metu had great games, especially Grayson in that third quarter. But a lot of it was the Mavs missing shots too that allowed the Suns to get back into this. Like if they had knocked down some of those shots, we wouldn't have even had an opportunity to stay in this game or get back into this game, and it would have been far worse than what this outcome was. And so it's like, sure, we took advantage of the fact that they missed some shots, but at the same time, had they not, this would have been even more embarrassing.
Yeah, I'm sorry, go ahead.
I was just to say, you said, the team takes on a reflection of who their coach is. And right now, this looks like a team that doesn't know who they are. Like they're pretending to be something that they aren't. And I feel like that's really Frank Vogel right now, right? This guy, we heard defensive savant. We haven't seen it on defense. Kevin Young was supposed to be the offensive mastermind. We haven't seen it. They feel like two guys playing a role that they were cast into that they're not capable of doing right now with this group. And quite frankly, tonight felt like KD and Booker having lost faith in the guys that are trying to coach them. These are otherworld talents playing on the biggest stage in the NBA. They've both talked about how much Christmas Day is important, and neither of them came out with a sense of urgency. And to me, that screams, I don't believe in these guys that are trying to put this game plan together. I don't believe in this offense that I keep getting run out on. And not that they did it on purpose, but I just mean in that subconscious, I feel like you kind of just get to that point. And Luka, I had said it the other night. I didn't want him to come in here and let him be the Grinch. And you're right. He came in, he took the Christmas tree, he took the ornaments, he took the gifts, and he said, "Peace out. Thanks. This is my house now. I appreciate you guys." And that shit can't happen. That's exactly why you got rid of Monty, is because he couldn't. They couldn't handle it when that guy came in your house, and he did it again.
Yeah, I mean, this is tough because I was watching the game here with some people that I would consider to be casuals. They don't watch as much basketball as us. And one person in particular looked at me and said, "It looks like the players are coaching themselves from afar." and I literally digested what they were saying, and I'm looking at them like, you might be right. Like, it looks like this team's identity, they don't believe in what the coaches are selling. And tonight, KD did something tonight that is really alarming to me. And I'd be remiss if I didn't speak on this. KD looked like he gave up in the fourth quarter. I mean, he damn sure looked like, okay, I'm packing this in. I mean, look at it, the amount of shots he took. He just didn't look like KD. And I remember vividly a game 7 where we played against the Lakers and Kobe Bryant back in the Nash era. And there was a lot of talk before the game about how Kobe had to pass more and how Kobe had to get his teammates involved more. And if you go back and you look at that game and you go back and look at history, many people would tell you that Kobe lost that game because he listened to it. He said, "You know what? You don't need, you can do it. Here you go, do it. Kwame Brown, do it. Smush Parker, do it. Let me see y'all." I don't know why, but I got that feeling from Kevin tonight. I got that feeling like there's something wrong with this basketball team. And it's starting to get to the point where if they don't fix it quick, it's going to get cancerous. And it could be the bench. It could be higher up. Something got to change. This was alarming.